Two new mowers I just got. Both Craftsman's. There's a 2000, this is a 1000. I guess so, it doesn't, I guess it's before 1000, but first time ever, but I got a center shift. Craftsman, I've always wanted one of them center shift ones. Makes me want to slam it to the ground, make it go real fast. But it's got a 15.5 horsepower, one of the little flatheads. The hood's a little bit broke, but see how the oil looks. I'm sure we can get it running. Okay, I don't look too bad. I'm sure I'll change it. It looks like it's got a brand new gas tank. But yeah, cool. And I like the mowers where the floorboards and the fenders are separate, so you can take them off. You put big mud tires on it. Let's see what year this is. It's a 98. It's got a really good deck on it. I'm thinking for this one, make it run and drive, sell it, and take the deck off and sell it. It's got a really nice deck on it. This one, on the other hand, one of the worst decks I've ever seen. What? Come on, you gotta be serious. I don't even know how that happened, but this one's pretty rough shape. But I'm thinking it's got one of the most common engines, 18 horsepower. 18 horsepower Briggs right there. So I'm thinking, get this engine running, pull it off. I can probably sell it for around $100. And the rest of the mower I can use for parts. It's got a hydro in the back, and it's also got this little arm piece here for some kind of an attachment. Probably take that off and make something out of it. But it's got a hydro in it. So yeah, cool. Paid $50 for these. Also, my friend I bought them two mowers from bought me this V-twin flywheel. It's for Chud 327. He got a new mower and it's missing some teeth off his flywheel. But yeah, hopefully it'll work for him. Alright, got both the mowers pulled over here. I'm going to start this one, see if it'll run. It looks very dirty, but that's got nothing to do with whether it's going to run or not. Oh, okay. That's how the oil looks. Now, not great, but it doesn't smell like gas, so we'll see if it'll run on that. And change it if it runs. That's coming up. Alright, dropped a shot of gas in the tank. It was empty. Key is on, clutch is down. Choke is on, and so I'm going to hit this to it, see what it does. Might have a bad starter. Huh. Well, probably should move that. Okay, we got to turn over. Drop the shot in the intake. Let's see if it'll. Take it off choke. Hold my hand on the intake. Alright, pretty happy that it crunk up for a second that easy. Excuse me. So I'm going to charge the battery. I'm going to go ahead and pull the carburetor off. Give it a clean. It looks pretty rough, so I'm going to take it off and clean it. And then just go from there. Something cool I just noticed. You see how this is a lot more brighter red than this? This was getting hot and the heat brought the color back to it. That's pretty neat. Alright guys, I should have another one to replace this, but this right here is kind of froze. It's not moving. The way these should function is when you grab them, you should be able to push them very easy and hear a little rattle to them. This one right here is not budging, so I should have a one off a parts mower or something, or a parts carburetor. That should be good. If I got the carb off, I'm going to still take it out and clean it. Here's our carb. It's upside down, of course, inside of a vise, but you can take and slide this little pin out. Whoop, this way. And drop your bowl. Pull your bowl off, and you see the little needle there. Look inside that hole right there, and then make sure there's no trash or garbage in there. The hole where the needle slides in. Carb's right together. Also, the choke was stuck, but I got it moving now. As I mentioned earlier, this is how one of those things is supposed to operate. It's to move freely like that with a spring in them, but I'm still not sure if this actually works, so I'm going to show you how to test and see if these work. So over here with my personal mud mower, I'm going to take and unplug this, then plug it into here. Then I'm going to reach over and hit the key. See, it's moving, so we know it works. Good deal. Alright, drop the shot gas from the gas tank. Key is on. Choke is on now. The clutch is down. Let's see what it does. I hooked the cables to the things there and tried to hook up the key, which was clicking. I tried to jump by cylinder. I think maybe the starter is weak, so maybe we can pull the starter off that mower. Let's see if it's good first, and then see if we can put a different starter in here, see if we can get this thing running. Alright, the starter seemed like it was really weak and wasn't really turning the engine over a whole pile, so I put some grease in the bottom and I oiled the top, took it apart last night. And this is the next day, so let's put it on and see if it'll start. Alright, starter is spinning over great now. And it fired up and ran for about 10 seconds and shut back off. I ordered a new carburetor for it because this thing right here is stuck and won't move. And the that other one that I got right here, that I showed you I put in, it's actually messed up. The this piece right here, the new one, it leaks. Right here, I don't know if you can tell, but it spins so that the seal inside's broken, so it's no good. But I bought a new carburetor for it, and so we know it runs and the starter's good. So I think we'll go ahead and start messing with that mower, and then postpone this till the new carburetor comes. Alright, over here on this mower, it's got a really good looking deck on it. So I'm thinking pull it off and try to sell it separate. I'm sure someone needs a deck. Well, I scratch some mowers here. So first thing I'm going to do is pull that deck off, and then we'll see if it'll run. The deck looks good. Both the spindles are good. Let's go see if we can get the mower running. So over here, last night we tested the starter's good. It's like a brand new gas tank. That's cool. Spin through to see how the oil looks. The oil doesn't even look bad. That's a good sign. It's a 15 horsepower Craftsman C industrial commercial cast iron sleeve. These are good motors. They're really good ones. They last forever. So let's see if we can get it running. Alright guys, just dropped a shot of gas into the gas tank. Key is on, clutch is down, choke is on. Uh-oh, the throttle thing is broke. That's not good. The throttle thing right here just broke. Right there, see it? Little plastic thing, I guess it was dry rotted. I guess we'll see if we can get one of those off a parts mower. But first, I'm just going to use the throttle manually and see if I can get it to run. Actually, no, I'm going to replace this first. Alright, I just kind of moved it by hand to full throttle, and so let's see if it'll run. Alright. Roll it back some. Alright, let's see if it'll crank now. Huh. Starter ain't got much juice. Might need to take it apart and grease it and oil it like the other one. I may have figured out the clutch was down, making it hard to turn over. So let's try it again. Here, see if I can choke it. Let's check the spark plug. Alright guys, I took the spark plug out and was testing to see if it had a spark. It does have spark, but not very much at all, and sometimes it seemed like it was missing. So I took the flywheel here, a piece of sandpaper, and sent it around and sand it. I'm also going to take the coil off, set the gap on it, and also, which the gap seems fine, and also sand the ends off, and then hopefully it'll run. Alright guys, if we can get the light. The coil is really rusty, but I sand it down, got silver again. So let's put it back on. So you slide a piece of notebook paper, fold it in half between the flywheel and the coil, and then you spin it until it hits the magnetic spot where it sticks. Right there, and then you tighten them up. And that's your gap. Then of course make sure to remove all the paper, and then check and make sure it spins freely, and it's not rubbing or it ain't stopping or anything. So there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and see if it'll fire up now. The spark still doesn't seem too good. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm going to try to sand the flywheel a little bit more. Alright, just pulled this off. Actually, this one right here. I know this is the parts one. This right here is the one I just pulled off. Here's the new one. Right here. We're going to pop it on. I think it'll work. Come off the old zombie engine that had a broken compression release. There's a carburetor right there. I'm going to try to slap it on. Let's snatch this one off real quick though. I got the carb off. Intake, everything's ready to go. It's ready to start putting the new one back together. Also, this engine needs a good cleaning. It's got plenty of life left in it. So let's pop the carb on. And when you get a new carb, don't forget to use your seal. It goes right on here. If you have the flat one here that's not got the built-in red one, that goes right there. It will run, but it just will surge and leak and just won't run right. Runs good. Sounds pretty good too. Don't move. Cool. Now he's about to take a bath with the 4Runner. And if you forgot, there's an 18 horsepower. Zombie didn't want to pull it, so we're going to bring the pressure washer to the mower. Looks better. I'm going to get some pictures of it, see if I can sell it. Sneak peek. This mower's been sitting on a tray like this for like 4 days because I've got the flu and I've just got enough energy to even come outside and show you guys. Also got this, my dad bought this push mower for 10 bucks. I don't know what size. It's 150cc, but kind of needs to just be put back together, and I'm sure it'd easily run. It looks pretty new. I got this bed frame for free, and I got this mower, 75 bucks. It's a PYT Professional Yard Tractor 9000. The battery in it, I have to look and see if it's got a date on it. See how I was told that it ran last season, and then we tried to crank it up this summer, a couple months ago. He had some issues. He had to replace the solenoid. He said that it's something to do with the wiring, or it's one of the safeties or something wouldn't let it run. But the engine's good. It's got a piece of string it right now, so I can't open the hood. But it's got a 24 horsepower V-twin on it, and it's a hydrostatic with the pedal. But it's got a 24 horsepower V-twin. Running shouldn't be an issue. It's just getting the wire into the keel work, and the deck's good. Like I said, this thing was cutting last year. And it just, the key, something happened with the wiring, but it just needs to be cleaned up. And also, I got these 2 ammo cans for free. All this came from the same place in person. Got this ammo can right here. And this is the, I guess it's the LT1000. Still sitting. Pull it to the front. I got a mark place right now, see somebody come get it. It doesn't run. It's got a good motor, and it's probably worth fixing. Just not for me, because I don't need a mower. And you really couldn't. And it probably costs $50 to get it running. And if I put $50 into it with no deck, just driving, you can only sell it for $100, and I pay $50 for it, so that you wouldn't make anything. So, probably see if I can let it go like this. And then there's the deck off of it. Had a couple of interested in that. One guy came and looked at it. It wouldn't work for him, so he didn't get it. But yeah, it's a real good deck. Just slap it right on. And it's the same as all the LT1000 decks. I've had like 50 decks like this. Now, so I got that 15.5 force Kohler. I got for sale for $10. No one wants it. But you never know. I might get this thing going one day. Park it by the fence. Just that's it. And the sneak peek craftsman here, we're saving that for another video. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it.